Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing Clouse's pet Anacondrai Serpent, and why this particular creature holds such a big mystery surrounding it, or at least why it did hold such a big mystery surrounding it. In the context of Ninjago, this thing has long since been deceased for a very, very long time, and it's quite unfortunate with how this thing actually went out. So why are we talking about this? Well, essentially this snake is responsible for a huge mystery revolving not only the Anacondrai, but also for the Serpentine as a whole. This thing has been confirmed to be the same species of snake as the normal Anacondrai warriors, the humanoid snakes that actually took part in the Serpentine War way back in the day, and have also been reappearing in modern day Ninjago. So how can these two things be the same species but be so different? How does this work out? Well, of course, to find the answer to that, we do need to look at Tommy Andreassen's Twitter account. So Tommy Andreassen is a name that I mention pretty frequently on this channel. He is one of the co-creators of Ninjago, and he's responsible for a lot of answers towards a lot of Ninjago's mysteries, if you will, which he is one of the co-creators of the entire thing, so we kind of have to take his word for it, especially with stuff like this. And the only tweets that I could find regarding this actual Anacondrai Serpent talk about how it was some type of mutated snake, and how Clouse has a deep bond with it because he allegedly raised it from an egg. So of course the actual Anacondrai Serpent that we saw during the flashbacks in Season 4, dating back to the Serpentine War, that is supposedly the same Anacondrai Serpent that showed up in the modern day in Tournament of Elements, and of course that could make sense. If Clouse was always working with Master Chen very secretively way back during the war, it is possible that he could have received that Anacondrai egg and hatched it sometime before the war, and of course gained a close bond with this certain Anacondrai Serpent. After the war and after Clouse and Chen were banished to this island, it's very obvious that Clouse took the snake with him and kind of, I guess, raised it as his own, if you will. Obviously, a lot of owners have bonds with their pets. I can speak from experience. I've been around pets my whole life, and I can certainly tell you that this would make a lot of sense. But in terms of what doesn't make sense, how is this thing still the same species of Anacondrai? Well, we have to look back at what Tommy Andreassen said and just accept that this Anacondrai warrior is some type of mutation. He's not, I guess, the same humanoid Anacondrai that some of the others are, such as various members like Arcturus and Pythor. He is his own separate entity almost. He's almost like a feral wild animal. He's almost more snake than the actual Anacondrai themselves. I can compare him in a lot of ways to the Great Devourer, for example. They're both giant snakes that obviously are part of the Serpentine, but of course are mutated, I guess. In the world of Ninjago, Serpentine are of course known to be humanoid snakes, and normal snakes don't really exist from what we have seen so far. Of course there have been mentions here and there have been little hints, but the only notable examples of non-humanoid snakes that we have seen are of course the Great Devourer and Clouse's pet Anacondrai Serpent. Now obviously these two being mutants, I can see that being true. I can see these two being mutated Serpentine, and that's why they are so evil and so hungry and just so vicious, and I could definitely see this being an interesting conclusion to this overall question that we have here as to what this thing actually is. What exactly is Clouse's pet snake? Well, to summarize, he is a mutated Anacondrai Serpent that of course is not like the other Serpentine, but he is the same species. So that's pretty much what we have for answers, and I'm happy with that. I feel like overall this answers a lot of questions revolving the Serpent, and I feel like most Ninjago fans have had some type of theory regarding where this thing came from and why it was so close with Clouse. So obviously I hope I was able to answer your guys' question there, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, talking about this thing is something that I've wanted to do for a while, as Tournament is my favorite season. I've wanted to go through and pick apart various bits and elements from that season as much as I can, so that's why we're talking about Clouse's pet Anacondrai Serpent in today's video. He's simply just a mutation that is descended from the regular, I guess, Serpentine species, if you will, as we know it in Ninjago. So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.